What's up, guys? As we end 2020 and roll into 2021, I wanted to do a state of the collection of my watches. Most of these watches I acquired in 2020, some at the mid to late 2019, and I'm going to show them in no particular order. I am going to start with my original G-Shock GW500A. I always get confused on this one. But this is the watch that I had, the GW500A. I had this one and wore this for years. You can see it's beat up, and I still wear it. And the time is wrong because it's not 8:10. It's daylight savings time. So I don't wear it as often since obviously I haven't worn it since the time change. But this is what kind of started it for me, and this was my everyday beater watch that I wore on the underside of my wrist. Okay? Don't judge. I'm not going to have room for all of them here, but we'll start with just throwing some over there. Also around that same time years ago, I had this Premier Designs kind of costume, fashion, jewelry, type of company. Sold a lot of like cosmetic jewelry. And they came out with some men's stuff. And I had a friend who was, the designer, seller, seller type person. And I picked this up, and this was my dress watch at the time. So I had my G-Shock that I wore every day, and I had a quote fancy dress watch. So then come into 2019, 2020, when I got into watches, which I should not have done. And I've got my watch boxes over here on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side. So I'm just going to pull them out, still on the pillows. So this is a World Timer, Casio World Timer in resin. $14, $15 on Amazon. I'll try to put a link to some of these ones down in the description if you would like to go check those out. And then I also bought the metal version of that same World Timer. These are great, honestly. And on the factory metal bracelet, this is the way to go. I don't wear the resin one that often, but I still do rock the metal World Timer. It's just a fun watch, super comfortable, grab and go, and just an awesome piece. And these ones are like $25, $30 maybe. Those ones are a little bit more. And I didn't mean to kind of go in brand order here, but what the hell. This is a G-Shock Square. And I don't remember the number on these. I'm not going to remember all the reference numbers anyway on these. But this was actually gifted into the channel by a buddy, Snuggle Tummy, with the, trying to see if I can get the number off of here for you guys, the BW5600 on the combi bracelet. If you can pick one up, get one on this combi bracelet. It is fantastic. Partially metal, partially composite, just a beautiful bracelet and super comfortable. This one has the negative display, which is sometimes a little difficult to read in certain lighting, but overall a fantastic watch, and I absolutely love this one. It's super comfortable, and it's a great watch. So, yeah, Bluetooth, multiband 6, tough solar, so it connects to, actually, this is multiband 6, so it does update from the atomic clock. It is Bluetooth, so it attaches to your phone, and you can do all the settings. You can set your time, the alarm, all that stuff through the app on your phone. One of the more recent acquisitions of 2020 is the titanium square in black. This is an awesome watch. Now, they could have done this one level up, in my humble opinion. If they had taken and put in a negative display in the full black titanium square, that would have been awesome. And yes, I could either buy a cheap negative display module and swap it in if I so chose. So there are options, but yeah, no. I don't. I'm just going to leave it as it is and run with it. So again, Bluetooth, solar, multiband 6, so it gets updated from the atomic clock, all of that good stuff. Got some black, some gold accents. I like the fact that it's a black case back, because all too often you buy a black watch and it still comes with a silver case back. So not always the best. I like the fact that they did go through and do the black case back, and it's a fully milled clasp. So it's just very cool. I love it. It feels great on wrist, and it's just a fun watch. So let's see if I can put this out to the side. And there is one I just realized that is down here in a box on the floor that just came in the other day that I need to grab. Okay, so continuing on out of this watch box, this is the Bertucci Field Watch. This is awesome just because the case is fully loomed and the hands and everything. This is just a fun, beater watch. This one, my girlfriend, every time I wear it, she goes, "What, are you in your 12-year-old, little boy stage today?" And I turn and look at her and kind of say, "Yes, I am. Is that a problem?" And we go about whatever we're doing that day. It's just kind of a fun watch. And, it's 40, I think that one was $50 or $60, give or take. All right, let's jump over to a different watch box now, just because I want to kind of mix it up. And let's go to, again, one of the more recent acquisitions, the Swiss watch company Bunker. This is an awesome watch. Full titanium case, Salida Swiss movement, comes on this padded leather strap. Let me zoom back out. This one, I don't love the bracelet or the strap. It did come with a different one that I will be changing it to most likely. I'm going to see if this one breaks in and loosens up a little bit, but yeah, that's a little tough. And something on the back here, they did have a misprint of it's not hertz, should have been beats per hour. They are going to send new case backs if you want, but I'm good with it. I like that little, faux pas there. It's just cool. And there's so much, I don't remember how many layers of anti-reflective coating they put on the sapphire crystal, but it almost just, in certain lights, it disappears like you could reach in and just touch the hands. This is just a beautiful watch. Super legible, killer loom. And just awesome. Just love it. One of the early watches, when I started getting into, quote, real watches, was the Seiko Samurai in the orange dial. This one I got on super sale from Macy's back. I think this one was in 2019 around Father's Day. They had a big sale, and it was like $225 or something. And then I bought the strap code Hexhad bracelet because I thought the angularity of the bracelet really matched the angular lines of the watch. So had to have that. And I just kind of like orange. It's very cool, as you will see, because I have another orange one here. This was a collaboration build between Random Rob and Loomshot, and I will link both of their channels down below, but I'm sure you're already familiar with who they are. So this is the Ninja Turtle build. So this was a Seiko Turtle that they gutted, and we put into this SKX style case. Different bezel, different chapter ring, different bezel insert. But I have all the original turtle pieces, so this could be reconstructed. And then I put it on this awesome Crafter Blue orange rubber strap that smells like vanilla, so it's awesome. and it just wears super well. So this was a great kind of fun build that I helped fund so that Rob and Loomshot could build that and put it together. So it's a very cool watch. So let me move a couple of these out of the way just really fast because I'm starting to run out of room. Get some of these other ones out of the way here so that we can continue on. There you go. So along the Seiko line, let's, I guess, just continue. The Seiko Orni, this is the SNJ025, I think it is. I get confused by the numbers. Like I said, I'm not going to know all the numbers. But this is an awesome watch. Solar, Ani-Digi. This was made famous by Arnold Schwarzenegger wearing a similar one in Predator and Commando and a couple of, Raw Deal, I think. He wore this in like 5 different movies. There was an earlier version of this, and then they re-released this exact one in 3 different colorways. 2018, 2019 they came out, and so I had to pick one up. And this is a super cool watch. It wears really well. It's one of the most comfortable watches that I have at the time in my collection. So just a very cool watch. I'm going to try to kind of set those back over there. All right, one more Seiko for now, and then we'll jump to something else. This is the SBBN027 Seiko Tuna, titanium case, ceramic coating, 1,000-meter water resistance because, you know, that's a thing, and, you know, we've got to be able to go 1,000 meters and be able to tell what time it is. I don't know. So this is a cool watch. I wish there was a nice black bracelet that could go on this, but I haven't really found what I'm looking for in that regard because sometimes the watch head is a little heavy and it does kind of shift on your wrist with the rubber strap because I don't like to make mine too tight. But super awesome quartz watch, super accurate. A few seconds a month, maybe 10 seconds a year, something like that. There is no case back. Let me show you that because this is kind of, it is a single piece. So the bezel shroud does come off. The shroud does come off with the screws. You can pull that shroud off. But the case itself is a single piece. So when this does need to be serviced, when the battery does die, I'll need to send it back to Japan. Somehow they put a suction cup on here and suck the glass out, and they pull everything out from the top, change the battery, and put everything back together. Quite crazy. But so this does have green anti-reflective coating, so there's a little tint of green there, which I absolutely love. And I got this from a good buddy, Michael, who I've talked about before, who got me, you know, into watches a little bit, as well as we were knife friends back in the day as well. All right, so let's move on to kind of a novelty watch here. This is the Sharp Brothers, which is now called Core Timepieces 7 Sins watch. Really cool build. They need to step it up on the bracelet. I've talked to them about that, but other than that, this is just a normal Seiko NH35 type movement with the date, or with the day, and the day wheel has the 7 sins: envy, sloth, lust, so on and so forth. It's just a cool watch. The hands are a switchblade. Hour hand is the handle, minute hand is the seconds, and the is the minutes, and the red second hand actually looks like a drop of blood off the tip of the minute hand when they align. Just a fun watch, and it's super great build quality. And, you know, without the class, if the class was a little bit higher end, it'd be a phenomenal watch. All right. Hamilton. Awesome. Hamilton Day Date Pilot. This is the Interstellar watch. Just a really cool piece. I got this from Random Rob and absolutely love it. I wear this one a lot. It's just very comfortable. It has a see-through case back, which is always just kind of cool. Yeah, we don't really watch them, but it has the Hamilton on the rotor. It's just a nice, really nice piece that fits well and is super comfortable. non-screw down crown, but super legible. Decent loom. They could have done better on the loom for sure, but all in all, really cool watch. Really happy to have that one in the collection. Okay, let me put a couple of these ones away because I'm running out of room again. Yeah, told you I wasn't going to be able to fit them all on here. Okay. All right, so moving up a little bit to my first entry-level luxury watch. The Tag Heuer Aqua Racer Caliber 5. Super great watch. I love the loom. The yellow on the second hand. Just, the date magnifier is actually done really well. It is on the top. Doesn't bother me. But all in all, just a great watch that I absolutely love. Still to this day, even with all the watches that I have. Just drop that over there. Then let's go to Zelos. This is the Zello Swordfish. This is in bronze with a meteorite dial. And this was a gift from Random Rob. Or is this the shredded carbon fiber dial? I think this is whatever. It is the dial. So this is the full bronze watch, bronze crown, bronze bezel. It's patinaed really nice. It is very comfortable. The bezel action is pretty stiff, so I don't really move this one too much. But again, not a diver. I don't really use my bezels in general. Okay? But Zelos is an awesome company. So let's see. Another couple of Seiko Mods. How about that? Random Rob took this limited edition turtle. I don't remember the number. If I do, I'll put that in the description below. And him and I worked on this build, my stealth build. Black case, black bezel, black Yachtmaster style bezel insert. I thought it just worked really well with the yellow second hand and that gradient blue dial. Just super cool piece. Yeah, love it. Just a super cool build. Super accurate, as much as Seiko can be. But, all right, one more Seiko build from Random Rob as well. This is one he built for himself that I was able to talk him out of. The Great White Shark Turtle Yachtmaster style build. So Yachtmaster bezel, SKX case, Great White Turtle guts moved into here with the strap code Jubilee bracelet, Super J, whatever they're calling it these days. Just a fantastic build with the bidirectional bezel, no click, blah, blah, blah. Just Yachtmaster style with the kanji date. This was kind of my go-to daily watch once I got this because it was just so cool. And I still wear this one. Not quite as much as I did before, but just a super cool watch. All right, getting down to it. Couple more, and we will let you guys go if anybody is still sticking around. So let me just pop a couple of these back where they go, out of the way, and we will get a move on. I think there's 4 more to go through. And again, in no real particular order. Just kind of showing what we got here. So, my first entry into the luxury watch brand was the Rolex Air King that I got from a very good friend. And I got a good deal, and we worked out, some payment arrangements, and I was able to buy this used, 1-year-old used Rolex Air King in phenomenal condition. Some scratches, some were there when I got it, and a lot were there once I purchased it because I could wear this almost every day. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped the watch box, and then I almost dropped the camera. Sorry about that. But yeah, I wear this a lot. this could be my almost everyday watch. Yeah, I don't know what more to say about it other than it's a fantastic watch. I love the quirkiness of it. With the green second hand and all that, it's just awesome. My next entry into the luxury watch was this one that I bought brand new from a dealer here in Napa, California. The Omega Planet Ocean white dial. Ceramic bezel insert, orange, pop on the second hand, orange bezel, see-through case back, micro adjust, toolless micro adjust on the clasp, push it in, ratchet it out, ratchet it back in. It just works fantastic. It also has a, dive extension. And yes, it has a bunch of scratches because I wear the heck out of this. And I absolutely love it. So this one is probably a keeper because I bought it new. So I had that whole brand new buying experience. All right, here's the one that was in the box on the ground that I had to grab. This was another build from Random Rob. This was from Namoki. Namoki reached out to him and said, hey, would you be interested in doing a collaboration build? So me and another guy, Michael, picked all of our parts and pieces, and then Rob got them all put together. So very cool. I need to still get a strap for this one. I think I'm going to do the Crafter Blue, black, and red strap to really pull out the red of the crown and the red of the second hand. Okay, Zelos. One more Zelos, which I'm going to take off of the pillow here because it deserves that. Timascus Swordfish. Black sand dial, full Timascus case, Timascus bezel, just a thing of beauty. One of my favorite watches right now. Well, because it's brand new. I am going to look for a new strap because the black Tropic that it came on, I didn't really love. This is a comfortable strap, but I'm not digging the brown color. It does tie in, but I think I'm going to look for a black leather. Go with this one a little bit better. And then last but not least, Omega Seamaster Diver 300. This is my beater watch I bought used from a good friend Homer who likes to wrestle bears, and so it came with a bunch of dings and scratches, and I'm totally cool with that. It does come on the bracelet, but I have it on the rubber strap because the rubber strap is the best for this watch. Super comfortable. I could almost have this as my only watch and just wear it every day. Which brings me to the end of this is all the watches in the collection. But that does bring me to a point where I am going to be selling some watches this year because I just, there's too many. It almost gives me a little anxiety figuring out what to wear. So some are going to get sold because I just want to focus on a little bit smaller collection, maybe some higher end pieces, but really just a core collection, and I've kind of gone a little overboard. I'm going to do the same thing with knives, so stay tuned for that. Excuse me. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I didn't ramble on too long. Let me know what you think, what your top pick of this group was, and have yourselves a great day. I will talk to you soon. Thanks, guys.